tests. To this day, we're still doing tons of tests because now something new popped up come January.
So with one autoimmune disease comes others.
Yes.
So as a result of the scleroderma, which when it first took me down, attacked my muscles, attacked my lungs, I lost weight, I was weak, could barely get out of bed. And I mean, every day was a struggle, and I'm thinking, gosh, something's really wrong here. And so, but eventually we started looking at diets. I read a book called The Waltz Protocol, and it's a book basically that this gal who is a doctor just basically designed this diet that revitalized her life and got out of her deathbed. So when I read it, I'm like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And what was kind of the basis of it?
It's almost like it's just like a paleo diet, turbocharged. And I never got into eating like the organs, the hearts and the lizards, or the gizzards and liver and all that stuff. But I did notice a difference in how it was affecting my condition.
Well, you want anti-inflammatory, anything that's anti-inflammatory you want to eat.
Right.
Any processed foods and sugars you want to stay away from, and because of the inflammation that it causes.
Right.
And
that inflammation is devastating.
Yeah.
And so that's an intestinal thing? So
no, this is just a muscle thing with the scleroderma. So
because it's connective tissue is what it attacks, your connective tissue.
Eventually we hired a functional medicine doctor who basically is holistic, supplements, elimination diet where you take everything out and take some stool tests and urine tests and all the saliva tests and determines what is actually ailing you. Where's the source of this? And it was connected to what's called leaky gut. And so leaky gut over the years, and most people have it and they don't. They just go, oh, there's something wrong. I have to take antacids. But it can parlay itself into something much worse. And in this case, in most cases, autoimmune disease. Which autoimmune disease, nobody knows why it picks, the autoimmune disease that it picks, but it happened to pick this one for me. And so it was just, it was a big struggle diet-wise because I love food. But it did make a difference once we figured that out, able to get back on track to the point where when Thomas got married, I was feeling really good. I actually officiated their wedding, which was just a huge blessing. And
It's
then,
a beautiful memory.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got on a plane after he got married the next day and headed to Costa Rica, did some major hikes, and I'm thinking, man, everything's going well now. I'm feeling good, no issues. Still on some medication, enough to keep it at bay. And then that started getting better and better. And then all of a sudden we went to Jamaica in January. Was it this year? Yeah. And then all of a sudden I started having these stomach issues. Going, what's going on there? And they started about once every couple of weeks, and then went every couple of days, and then it was every day, to the point where there was times I couldn't move, I couldn't function. There was so much pain, so much nausea.
In the stomach area region?
And so we thought I had what's called gastroparesis, which is the sort of the paralysis of the upper intestine. So when your stomach empties food into your upper intestine, that's supposed to start breaking down your food and moving it along. Well, it stopped doing that. So everything would get backed up. And so that created pain, gas, nausea, and vomiting. So malnutrition was huge. So you can see I'm half the man I used to be.
How much weight have you lost?
I got down to 114 pounds. Right before I got sick, I was close to 170, right?
Yeah, we knew 2.5 years ago it was 170.
Which was overweight. I wanted to lose 20 pounds anyways, but not this
Not
way.
that much.
Not that much. And so...
but the big you lost... when you were... Well, like when Thomas got married in last September, you were about 140, 145.
145, which is ideal.
Yeah. And then once January hit, that's when it just...
Yeah.
You lost from January to... Now you're down.
I'm at 120 right now. So the goal is to try to gain 5 pounds a week now that we've I think I've sort of figured out a diet, and see if we can get some muscle going. And
was a daily